We're with Dawn and we're with Chris, and we're going to talk about a Tory revolt. Tell us more, Christopher.
Yeah, so the Tory revolt, the One Nation Tories, I mean, both sides of the party, but the One Nation Tories are revolting against a bill that was started by Suella Braverman when she was Home Secretary, which aims to criminalise homelessness. Now, when you're thinking about the homelessness, often many of the people that are homeless are insane, addicts, PTSD soldiers, newly impoverished, runaway children, in particular, looked after children. And most people don't sleep under bridges or in doorwells on purpose. It's a last desperate act. And the idea that you would criminalise them and that you would get our police, overstretched police force to take them to jail. Yes, please take me to jail if I'm homeless, because I'd rather be in a nice warm jail. Fine with £2.5 grand. Yeah, you'd be lucky. I've not got 2.5p. It seems ludicrous use of resources. People are not homeless on purpose. And the mark of society, for me, a good society, is not just on GDP. It's not just on military might, but it's also how you look after people who cannot look after themselves.
Well, here's the thing, Chris, with this story, right? How comes we can afford to spend millions of pounds a day putting illegal migrants who cross the Channel in boats up in hotels, £7 million a day, but we can't afford to put former army veterans in and look after them in hotels, and what? Youngsters who are, in care homes or have mental health issues?
Because the migrants have lawyers on their side.
Wrong. It's completely wrong, isn't it?
Yeah, it is completely wrong.
I don't understand it.
Well, but also every time we find another £1 billion to send to Ukraine or wherever we are, that's also a question I ask.
But also, I think problems around the whole world aren't necessarily our problems. I don't see why people sit and say, well, we should solve that or we should...
But the counter-argument to that is we started it all in the first place, we unsettled the Middle East. I'm just saying that's what people say to that argument.
Dawn, tell us about voice cloning AI.
Yeah, good story. Very quickly, OpenAI is withholding a voice cloning tool from the public amid safety fears, right? It's a US company called, it's a chat GPT thing, and their voice engine program is being held back because it can just 15 seconds snippet of your voice and it can impersonate you, so it can sound exactly like you, Ellie.
Weird.
Which is frightening and dangerous when you think about it. Unless you're a Scouser, because it really struggles with the Scouse accent. They've tried to replicate our Paul O'Grady as Lee Savage. They've tried to replicate his accent, and they just can't do it. So if you're Scouser, you're twids him.
Yeah, if you're Scouse, you're safe.
Yeah. I was going to try my Scouse accent, but don't worry. Okay, there are kids. I know, it sounds like it's well.
That's why accents are so good.
Exactly.
They're worth having, clearly.
Say goodbye to you. Thank you both, Dawn
you.
and Chris, and we say hello, good morning, Greg.